Oh, I didn't even realize she was there.
Don't worry, she'll move.
Okay. All right, so hopefully everything is going. Give me 1 second to get this other one connected. Why is it not connecting? Cameras. Okay, so one of these is going to be kind of upside down. Ugh. Okay. So you should be able to see that one. That one should be good. We're just going to get it tested. make sure. Okay. So, if you're watching this on Facebook, pop over to YouTube and check it out. What we're going to do is we're going to make some Cricut leather earrings that are actually inspired by there is a shop. I don't know why I'm getting feedback. Sorry if you're getting double feedback. Forgot to turn the volume off on that guy. Okay, so there are these leather earrings that keep popping up in like Facebook feeds and whatnot for this shop that sells them, and they're like $45 a piece. We can make that. We could totally make that. So I did a video a couple weeks ago where I made these ones, which are made out of wood. And basically what I did was I cut some really thin wood and then used some jump rings and these cute little charms and made some wood earrings. Now if you're cutting wood, you would need to use the maker because it requires the knife blade, but it is just a thin piece of wood you can get from Michael's or whatnot. And then I stained it with some cherry stain and they came out pretty cute. I would probably put a little bit of glue in here to make sure that they don't like turn around and do kind of weird stuff, but because they're super light, they're not gonna really irritate your ears too bad. So those ones were really cute. And then these ones are like super simple ones. And I did put a link for the files that I made in the description box below. There's also a couple different places you can get them. I'll put some links later where you can get some free patterns for not just a basic shape, because you can make some really cool shapes with these. The like teardrop shape is just super popular. So I cut out there. So the file that I have is going to give you two. So it's going to give you, hold on. It's going to give you a strip like this. Go to the other one. So it's going to give you a strip like this. And then it's going to give you this shape as well as this shape. So the original file I designed to use with a Chalk Couture transfer and didn't check the catalog and found out it's retired. So I don't really want to show you how to do that unless somebody really wants to see how to do like chalking on leather. I might do it. I got some time tonight. I got a little bit of time. But, sorry, I'm saying a lot. But yeah. So, this is for a leather bracelet. It fits with the one transfer on there. So you would just take a nail or something or a leather punch some holes, and there you go. And then I did update the file a little bit and did some with some holes so that it creates a cuff. It's got 3 little holes you could then lace up with some leather lace. So leather lace I picked up at Michael's. And then this pattern, I get my patterned vinyl, or not patterned vinyl, sorry. What am I thinking? Patterned leather or faux leather or whatever. I get that from Etsy. You can also pick up, this is one from Hobby Lobby, from the Paper Boutique. It's in the ribbon section. It's like the bottom shelf of the ribbon, and there's lots of different ones. So I've got some mint. I've got this one that I've cut out a bunch of times, and then I've got more of this shape, and then I also cut some out of this shape, or this pattern. So this one is a plasticky one with a soft fuzzy back. So if you're worried about the back because the backs are white or whatever color of the back of your, these ones happen to all be white. But if it's not a genuine leather, then you're going to have the white or the like plastic back. So you might want to cut out a double set so that you can layer them together and have a front and a back instead of just having the white backer. I don't really mind the white in the back. It doesn't bother me. So I cut out 4 in that pattern. I cut out 4 in this pattern. This one's a lot lighter weight. It's a really cute pink with gold. And this is the one from Hobby Lobby with the kind of like a mint color, and then the leather bracelets. So we're just gonna hang out and make some stuff. Now, one of the other files that I have to upload still is going to give you one that has, actually I think I uploaded it already. I'll go back in and put a link for it. But it has a cutout in here so that you can put some kind of dangly charms in there and kind of jazz these up a little bit. But they're super easy to make. I've got a bunch of jewelry tools here. I've got the jewelry making bits and bobs that I have. I don't have a lot, but I do have some. So I've got some charms. So these ones are kind of fun. These ones are teardrop ones. You can get at Michael's. And I picked these ones up because I thought they would accent the shape really well. And so, depending on the color of leather stuff you're using, I'm just going to refer to it as leather stuff because most of it is fake leather. So I can't hold on to this. So you could take this little teardrop charm and then suspend it with a jump ring at the top, put a couple jump rings maybe, and have it come down a little bit. Or you can size these smaller. So the pattern that I provided, you do size it to the size, it tells you to size it to 8 inches in width because that's what fits the Chalk Couture transfers, but you don't have to make them this size. You can make them smaller. You can ungroup them or hide the contour and make them whatever size you want. So for these ones, I think we're just going to do something kind of simple. Maybe for one of the mint ones, we'll do this dangly little rose gold feather. It might look a little small. I don't know if I want to do that. So I just pick up charms from wherever. Walmart has them. Sometimes. So that would be cute, kind of hanging in there. Might be cuter if it was a smaller one too. So I think for this one we'll do the rose gold hardware, as long as I have some rose gold earring bases, fish hooks or whatever technical terms for earring making. I don't know. I don't think I have any. I think I just have gold and silver? No, I don't even have silver. I'm gonna have to pick up some more stuff. So these ones are cute too. So these ones are little charms. Those ones might be cute, kind of hanging in there. Or even with these like leopardy ones. I guess we'll do that one. I guess we're not going to do the rose gold ones because I don't have any rose gold hardware. But I do have, and obviously something in here spilled. That one. I wouldn't recommend this case. This is not a very good case. Things fall out of here all the time. So there's some bigger ones. Now, if you want to get really into doing like leather work, you can obviously buy like a leather punch and whatnot and have at it. But I am going to grab a thumbtack and use a thumbtack. Because that's how I roll. Yep. Can you not? Let's see. I think we'll just do super simple because I don't really like any of the stuff that I have right now for those ones. Yeah, we'll do something kind of simple for this one. I have cords everywhere. So many cords. Okay, so I've got the like fish hook ones. I've got larger, medium, and smaller in the jump rings. I think we'll do this one first. So I am gonna grab some of the chalking stuff because I think that'll be fun. I'm gonna grab that and grab the transfer. And a pair of scissors. So this is the transfer. This is the henna one. And like I said, it is discontinued. So it's not available anymore, which I didn't realize when I did the pattern or when I did the file. But it's still a good file for doing a basic earring shape. So I'm gonna grab the copper ink, and I'm gonna grab a thumbtack. Okay. Back and forth. This is what happens when I spend all day at work, really tired. Okay. So I've got my shimmer copper ink. And these are the old inks, so they didn't come sealed the same way as the new ones do. But as you can see, this is designed to fit right on there. And then this one is designed to fit on that guy. So I'm gonna cut those two off of here. And I'm sorry, like I said, I'm trying to figure out a way to either scan this in and make it so that I can cut it out of heat transfer vinyl or something, because I really like this pattern. I'm gonna do this one. But maybe you grab this transfer from someone. Cut this out. Okay. So because I didn't think about it beforehand and grab a bucket of water or anything like that, I'm gonna do this as quick as possible and rub it down with a baby wipe, and hopefully it doesn't ruin the transfer. And if it does, really dog, really dog. So I am just going to center this on here. And you'll know if it's in the center. I don't know if you can see me, sorry. Because the little points will line up with that center hole. Not centered exactly, but we're gonna go with that, okay? Because it's really hard to see without getting my head too far in the camera. And then I'm gonna put this one, we're gonna have to use this one twice, so this one we're gonna have to do pretty quickly, like where we push it down and then pull it up, so that we can do a second transfer on it. And like I said, this one will fit in here as well. You can hold it up to the light a little bit if you need to, and get this positioned. I'm going to get that part stuck down, and then I'm going to do easier said than done. Okay, so this is just another way to kind of jazz up your simple Cricut earrings. So I'm gonna do that on the 2 front ones and not on the 2 back ones. Really, dog? Shippy. Shh. I've got a little tiny piece of squeegee thing, and we're going to do the sky real quick. And I've got a baby wipe ready, one for the front, one for the back. We're going to do this one so that it can dry, and then we'll be able to punch the holes in. So I'm hoping that this doesn't cut out either, because yesterday when I tried to use Switcher with YouTube, it was having some issues. Okay. I'll zoom in for you guys a little bit. Move this up. That one out of the way. Move. Okay, so there is my transfer. Kind of hard to see. The lighter color is what's going to end up being gold or copper. It's actually copper, not gold, but it looks pretty gold. And I'm using the ink, not the paste. So the inks you do have to heat for them to become permanent. Because this isn't something that's gonna get washed, I'm not too worried about it. I might just zap it with a little bit of heat tool rather than ironing it. Okay. So there is that one. Carefully pick it up. And then we're gonna put it right back down on the second one. Might be a little bit hard because I've got to try and position it. I don't know. So it might be a little bit harder to do. I think I'm going to have to wipe it off, because I'm going to have to really put my fingers in there and get it to lay where I want it to. But you can see it's really pretty. I didn't do the best job positioning it, but it's really pretty. It just gives it a little bit more something other than a plain leather earring. Okay. This position again. Sorry, I'm bouncing out of frame. Okay, so there is the second one, all kind of lined up there. Push it down really good. And then we'll do our copper paste. Now it does use quite a bit of, not paste, sorry, the ink. It does use quite a bit because it's going into all the little nooks and crannies on that leather piece. This closed up, out of the way, and then we'll peel it. There we go. There's the second one. But they're really pretty. So for me, I wear, I have stretched ears, so I like these because they're light enough that I don't have to worry about it pulling out my other earring. And I can wear them with my plugs. Okay, so I'm gonna set this one up here to dry. And then when I get off of here, I will go ahead and really wash it. So we're gonna do the same thing with this one. Set those out of the way to dry. So this one, we're gonna do that same thing where we're gonna just ink it up using same color. You could do something like this with heat transfer material. And just press it on there. And that would be pretty. I couldn't find another design that I liked that was like this. I mean, maybe you could type in like tribal and like do a Google search for tribal patterns, or even like mandala kind of stuff. That gives you really intricate little stuff. And just do a trace on it, or import it into Cricut. And all you have to do is clean up the background a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna peel this one off. Look at that, super pretty. Chippy, don't lick your feet. Don't lick your feet. Okay. Get this wiped clean. Now, if you were doing this and you have everything set up, you should either do like a wet bucket of water or something like that where you can dip these into. I'm kind of doing a no-no and pulling on it because I don't want it to get, I don't want the ink to stay stuck in there, but I also want to I don't want it to be stuck in there, but I also don't want it to, what am I trying to say? I'm having a brain fart. I don't know. I don't want the ink stuck in there, but I want it to be slightly cleaned out. Okay, so here is the bracelet piece. And that one, all we have to do is lace in our leather and it will be good. We're gonna do these ones. These ones I'm gonna do just one side. So when you're dealing with like patterned canvas and leather that has like printed leather, you want to make sure that you get two patterns that are kind of similar. Like this one is way too pink. It doesn't really match these other ones, unless that's the look you're going for. If that's the look you're going for, by all means, go for it. But I think these two match pretty well. And I might cut out some more and do another one that's like pinkish and one that's more green. But I brought over, there it is. I was like, I brought over a push pin and I didn't know where to put it. So because this is like a mouse pad, I'm just gonna punch right into it. I'm not too worried. And I'm just going to come down a little bit and punch in, make a hole. You want it to be as centered as possible so that it doesn't hang too funny. And depending on the size of your jump rings, you might want this to be a little bit higher. Punch that one. And make sure you get them as close together as possible, or as close to matching. You don't want one that's way too low compared to the other. So there's a little tiny hole. We're gonna go in. I'm gonna use, I think I'll use the medium jump ring. These are jump rings, right? They're not split rings. And we'll do the wires. I need to pick up some more wires. I didn't realize I was almost out. And then I've got some tools. For this, we'll do the bigger one on the top, attaching to a smaller one. So I'm just going to take my jump ring and twist it. Push it into the little tiny hole. You may have to use your push pin and kind of wiggle this hole a little bit bigger. If it doesn't want to fit. But be careful, because I have had earrings tear when trying to get my jump ring in. I was a little too rough on them and the leather just tears. Okay. This one is harder to push through because of the plastic. Try now. So I do want to go back in and link the Etsy shop where I've been getting this, the different faux leathers from, faux canvas, whatever you want to call it, because she's got amazing patterns. I picked up some that were floral printed and they're absolutely beautiful. So I want one more jump ring because I want it to hang a certain way. So I can close this guy up. And then we'll just push it together. Twist it a little bit. And then we'll open up a smaller one. Drop on our earring, and then you just want to make sure that your earring is hanging the right way. So I want it to be like that, and then close it up. Give it a pinch and give it a flatten. So there you go. I totally put it on backwards too. I just did exactly what I said don't do. So fix this one because it's backwards. But you want your hook to be facing the other way. You want it to be like that, not like this. Whoops. Can you tell I'm totally not a jewelry maker? Because I feel very alien to, like, just moving the pliers and stuff. Okay, so that should be right. That should be good. All right, so there is one earring. So that one's cute. So I'm not going to worry about that one because you saw how to do that one and what it looked like. So here is one that's a lot thinner. So this one is pretty thick. It's not real flimsy. This one is very thin. So with this one, I might do 2 layers and sandwich them together. You could glue them if you want to, if you're worried about it. I wouldn't worry too much about them being glued together. Maybe do a dot kind of up near the top and a little dot near the bottom, just so that you don't have one like this, because that looks kind of funny. And I would use maybe either hot glue or a little bit of some kind of fabric glue, because this is fabric on the back. But this one, you would do the same thing. You'd get them attached together if you're going to do that. And then they would be in the same position. Hold it down. Punch your hole. Give it a little wiggle. Take your jump ring. I'm just going to use the bronze one because it's what's out. And can then do one and then the other because they're not together yet. If you want a bigger hole, you could use just a nail and punch it through. You can also do several different layers to your earrings, and those are kind of cute when you layer it up. So you would make a smaller one and a smaller one, or do the cutout version and have lots of different patterns going on would be cute, or like a solid one and a pattern one, and then there's also clear ones. So let me grab one of those in just a second. I'll show you what they look like. I think my hands have had it for the day. So the problem with the fuzzy ones is they're hard to see the hole on the back. Because once you start trying to get the jump ring in, the fuzz kind of starts to collapse into it. There we go. Okay. So that one goes that way, and then this one's going to go on the back here. So normally these are not that hard for me to do, but like I said, I think my hands have had it for the day. Okay, so there's those two sandwiched together. And then we'll take a smaller jump ring. The nice thing about doing this size or this style is that it doesn't matter if your jump ring or your earring is backwards because they match. They're the same. Open this guy. Pop this one on here. guy on here. Okay, so there's that. Did you step on one? So there's what that one looks like. Super cute. Same on the front and the back. Like I said, you could put a little bit of glue in here if you're worried about it, but that is another option to do the earrings. And those ones are the same shape. And then we've got the bracelet that we did, which is still wet, but we're going to be very careful. We're going to be very careful. So I am just going to cut a piece, roughly 12 inches of this leather lace that you can get at Michael's. And I'm going to thread this in here. So I kind of like the look of like a corset style. So I'm going to go in both of these guys. And then make sure these are about even. And you could do whatever type of thread that you want to do. You could do all crisscross. You could do all straight across, whichever one you like. I want to do, I think I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go in this one, and up this one, down through this one, and then I want to go over here, I think. And then up. A little bit easier when there's more than 3 holes to try and get a nice pattern, so it looks kind of like a shoelace. But you get the idea. You can do this however you want. You could go back and forth if you want to, or do another set of holes in here if you want to. But then you have a cute little bracelet. I might tweak this file a little bit more. So the one that I have in the description box has the one without holes that you can make your own holes in. So there is that. It's kind of cute. I like it. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, so I would wear this because it's comfortable. But it's a cute little leather cuff with a little silk screen design on there, basically. I like that one. Okay, so just gonna loosen this up and take it off, because you do want to be careful, because it is that leather stuff that it will tear easily if you're not careful. So there is that. And then for these, same thing, where you could attach a second one to the back if you don't like the look of the whites. I think the gold is enough that it's okay if there's a white background or the white back. It's not going to bother me. Ooh, excuse me. Do the same thing where you punch a hole and then attach your jump ring. So that's another way. And like I said, there, I'll put some links below for some other ones. But here's a simple one with just a little charm hanging on it. Gives it something. Like, I hope that camera didn't shut off. I think we're okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Somebody called on one of the devices. So, let me grab some of the other ones to show you real quick. So when you go to Hobby Lobby, here's what the packaging looks like for the Ribbon Boutique ones. So this one is a glitter canvas one. And there's all kinds of colors. You can also get real leather. So there's some real leather. And then grab some of these other ones. The name of the shop that I use on Etsy is totally escaping me right now, but she's got a lot of sales on there. So here's some of the other ones that I picked up. Really? Yeah, you can. So here is a floral one. So this one's super pretty. And then here is one. It's got another pattern on it. I don't even know what to call this. It's busy. I like it. These are great for doing hair bows as well. So here's another plastic one. So this one's slightly different because it's basically just a sheet of plastic. It doesn't have the fuzzy background on it. And it's slightly transparent. It's got lots of pretty glitters on it. So that one's fun. And then here's one with feathers. Here's a glitter one. So when you cut the glitter ones, I like to flip them over and cut the background, or the back, and not the glitter side. But that's pretty. Here's another glitter one. This glitter one has a fuzzy background on it, or a fuzzy back. So this one's kind of a patriotic one. Here's another one that's super pretty. Pretty rainbow pastels. This one is another like 4th of July. I had the intention of making a ton of these for 4th of July and just didn't get to it. But here's one with like little fireworks on it. And this is another transparent clear one. So this would be a really fun one to layer over one of the other patterns because you can see straight through it, and you can make different pieces and different sizes of these and just have them on top of each other. Here's one with stars on it, so you can get lots of different patterns. This one has like a iridescent, but it's like a snake skin, alligator skin kind of thing, but it's a pink with like a holographic shine. There's another glitter one. This one is the pastel rainbow with just the canvas on the back. It doesn't have the fuzzy, it just says canvas. And then I want to say these two actually came from Hobby Lobby. This one is a glitter sheet. It's got something on it. And it also has that canvas on the back. And this one is kind of a glitter, but it has like a fishnet kind of thing going on. And these are like $1.67 at Hobby Lobby. Hand wash only, hang to dry. Okay. But they have really pretty glitter on them. And then here's a leather piece that you can get from like Michael's or something. And here are the Ribbon Boutique ones that you can get from Hobby Lobby. These are $5, $4.99. Usually they're half off. These go quickly though. I went to the Hobby Lobby that is in Salem, and they didn't have like any of them. And that was on a Saturday. They said that store, I don't know if it's all stores, but that store stocked on Tuesdays, and I was not about to drive it back to Salem. But we went to the one that's here in Portland now, and they had a couple of them, and then I went back another time and they had more. So I think I have all of the colors that they have of the Ribbon Boutique ones, but I'm not 100%. I did read the tags and I think I have all of them, but there's a bunch of glitters. There is these like pastel ones in There's a pink and a mint and a silver and a white. And then there's like a couple different glitter ones. So there are lots of places to get these now. And yeah, they're fun. If you want to get the file that I have provided, it's in the link below. There is a studio version if you are running on basic edition silhouette. So you can get the file and you can still cut these out with your silhouette. You just have to tweak the settings a little bit. If you're in any of the silhouette groups, I'm sure someone can give you the settings for that. If you're in the maker, any of the maker groups, people have been posting about them, or the explore groups. If you're in my group, I will put the link. I'll put the files in the group as well if you don't want to click them, if you miss them from down below, so that way you can grab them. And the settings that I use for the maker are, I think I use the felt setting. I'll pull it up and I'll comment on the posts in the groups and stuff. But super cute. They're fun to make. They're fun as little gifts for people. And you can make them smaller for like little kids, or just use the original sized at 8 inches in width for the entire file. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Bye.